Once you select OK, you'll be presented with the setup wizard. Here you have 3 QR codes. 2 of the codes are for links to the app stores for both Android and iOS. You'll also have your option here for your cloud ID for the actual unit that you'll use later on to be able to access the camera from your phone or tablet. On this screen here, you'll have time. You'll also have your language choices, and then keyboard type. These are pretty self-explanatory, and you should be able to pick through what you need without any problem. Next screen is network. Here you have standard option, auto configuration, which is DHCP. And as the unit's plugged into your network, it's going to get an IP address from your router. It'll also, no port forwarding is required. This unit has technology built into it which allows you to connect directly to the cloud, so you can access the system from your phone or tablet. Here you'll see that we have a healthy network status, which means we have a valid IP address as well as connectivity to the cloud. Hit next. Here we have the hard drive status. Once you've installed your hard drive, this is where you're going to select to format your hard drive. That'll get you a hard drive that's 100% formatted and ready for your data storage. Then we select Done. It's going to save the configuration, and the unit's ready to have cameras added to it so that you can view on your phone or tablet. Now that the system has been initialized and set up, we're going to raise the antennas, give us the best signal we can get, and then we're going to take the cameras and power them up using the enclosed power supplies. The system has already been pre-configured at the factory. These cameras have already been hooked up to the system, pre-configured. So it's as simple as just powering up the unit, powering up the cameras, and then letting the system configure, and the video will appear on your screens very shortly. We have 2 cameras configured automatically on the system. These were already configured at the factory. They come up very quickly. Now we have a situation where we purchase an additional camera, another channel. This is where we have to use a feature called match code. What we'll do is we'll use the enclosed network cable that we can plug into the unit. We then power up the camera. And then we have to go to the system menu and use the configuration. Let's add the 3rd camera that we just purchased. Start the menu, video manage. Camera's plugged in, powered up. Let's select refresh. And now the system is going to scan the network to identify that 3rd camera that we've just added. Here we go, camera's already been found. Now, with the camera selected, hit match code. It's going to ask us if we're sure we want to add it to the system. We're going to say yes, and we're going to add the camera to the system. Now, The camera is being configured with the necessary information to add it to the system, and straight away we see the camera added online. It's that simple. Now for the fourth camera, we have a situation where the Wi-Fi isn't strong enough for us to be able to connect to the camera. So we're going to use a Cat5 cable. So for us to configure the camera, we're going to go to Video Manage again. We've got the camera plugged in and powered up via Cat5 cable. We're going to hit refresh. We're going to let the system search for the camera. Again, these cameras purchased from 4Cover are specially designed to work with this system. Here we have found the camera. When the camera is connected via Cat5 cable, we're going to use the function Auto Add. And let's select that now. System is going to prompt us to ask us if we're sure to continue. We're going to say yes. It's going to ask us if we want to modify the IP. Yes. System's going to do its magic now and add the IP camera. Updating system configuration, and now we have all 4 cameras on the system. Straightforward, easy. Now included with this kit is a 5 dB external antenna for use with the cameras. This is for the camera that's probably furthest away from your system and may have the weakest signal. This antenna connects very similar to the other antennas. Just screw this onto the camera and you have an extension to be able to locate this antenna away from the camera to get you the best reception. With the 4-camera kit, you get 1 high-power antenna. With the 8-channel kit, you get 2 of these external antennas. And they're additional if you wish to purchase them after the kit. Now let's cover configuring motion detection settings. Right-click, get the menu, System Setup, Channel Setup, Video Detection. Here's where you select the channel. Detection is motion, sensitivity is high, and alarm duration is 5 seconds. Options is for handle. This is where we can get an email notice and we can get an alarm on the app. Arming time. This is where we can set specific schedules as to when the system will notify us of an alarm. Now let's do the motion detection. Area edit. As a default, the system comes already configured for 100% motion detection on the screen. We can modify that, right-click, clear all. Now you'll be presented with a grid, and here we can just select, let's select just this car. We'll drag the mouse, release. That's that area selected. Now if there's any motion in that area, we're going to get an alarm. Right-click, return, apply. System is going to configure. We're good to get out of the menu now. Now let's configure System Setup, the record setup. Select record, select channel, select what schedule you want. we have any particular day, or we have every day. So we're going to select every day, and we're going to select motion as being what we wish to record. Hit apply, configuration. Press OK to get out of that menu. Let's go back in to video playback now. Select video playback. Now we have the option for 5, 10, 30-minute playbacks of the last 5, 10, 30 minutes, or we have the capability of doing a manual search. We can pick all channels, or we can pick single channels. We can have manual, time, or motion. With the motion selected, if we pick a search time, a search date, and a time, and we hit search, we will be presented with segments on this bar that will indicate when motion was recorded. We can select one of those bars, and then we can hit playback, and we'll see the recorded motion.